random trivia. In New Leaf, Retail, the store that's run by the alpacas that are adorable, by Reese and Cyrus, their names were Lisa and Kaizo in Japanese, which I think is awesome. Which is funny because Lisa became Reese and Kaizo became Cyrus, but their shop was not Retail. It was R. Parker's, because in Japanese the R's and the L's are like the same letter. So instead of alpacas, it was R. Parker's. So it's a pun on alpacas. So I'm proud of them for bringing that. They had to keep the R because the R was shaped like an alpaca. So they brought that pun over to America and they kept it intact, which I think is funny. And also, the puns in Animal Crossing. My lord. How many people hate sea bass? How many sea bass have we caught in our lifetimes? Too many sea bass. But I think that we all probably appreciated that they acknowledge us. Because everybody hates when they catch 1,000 sea bass when you just want to catch some red snapper and you want to make 3,000 gold or whatever. Well, sorry, Isabel. But they respond to that. They say, oh, not you again. So they know us. They know that we're there and they acknowledge us, which I think is really good. Most game companies in the past have not done that. So, everybody's favorite character. Who loves Sable? I love Sable. A lot of people love Sable because she's interactive. She changes over time. She has character development, kind of. And in character development in the new game, she has a sewing machine, and that's how you can use her little picture taker to get new stuff, which, by the way, we could probably all swap clothing with each other. How many people have the Animal Crossing 3DS Special Edition? I do. Was anybody sad they couldn't get that because they already had 3DS or they just missed it or something? I'm going to start being selfish here. Okay. If you didn't get that, I have time. I thought it wasn't going to come to America, so I made little teeny tiny stickers with this pattern on it. And if you want, they're only 50 cents for those little ones. And then you can put them on your DS or your phone to make them an Animal Crossing DS. I was going to do that if I had to. So if you want those, I have them. I also have some stickers left. They're only $1 of KK Slider, Kaizo, Cyrus, and Reese, and I have one Sable left. I ran out of meat. And I have all the different fruit except for the brand new ones. So if you would like those, you can come up and get them for $1. I'm raising bells for Okay. So, any other favorite characters?
Rooster.
Rooster? I love Rooster. I love that he kind of has character development too. Fluttershy, what's yours? KK Slider? Does anybody feel kind of weird that he's a hipster now?
DJ.
He's a DJ hipster. If you notice, I'll get to you in a second. Homestuck.
Phineas.
What's yours?
Phineas.
Phineas?
The otter.
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone else like Phineas? If you notice, I saw a picture online. KK Slider started right next to your train station with an acoustic guitar, like a hobo. And now he's got his own club. If you've noticed the Animal Crossing progression of the story, as we've grown up, Nook is now wearing an old man sweater and he's fat. Nook is an old man that has gotten further into real estate. His children took over his shop for him, which I think is adorable. Which also, I'm so glad they're not together because they would talk for too long. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, I need to hear it. I only need it once. Stop talking, Timmy and Tommy. I just want to buy this thing. I just want to look at this wallpaper. I think one of the cutest stories of Animal Crossing is his name Kix? Or is that just a story? Kix the skunk?
Yeah.
Kix the skunk was a little, orphan boy in the last game. He would shine your shoes and you could get a different shoe color. And now he has his own store, which I think is absolutely adorable because he, like KK Slider, he was on the streets, man, shining your shoes for a dime. And now he's selling shoes. It's just adorable. And Captain got married. He finally got married. He's been singing about girls for forever. He still hits on you though. Which is kind of creepy because he has a daughter now. So he has a daughter, you can see you're a child. You don't have any money. Yes.
You see the animal crossing hard mode?
Hard mode? What's hard
Where
mode?
you can only make bells by selling things.
That's a horrible idea. That's like never taking up any. That's like, oh my god. That'd be like you have to eat every new fruit you get. That would be really painful to eat new fruit. Oh my gosh, a coconut finally washed up on shore. Any other favorite characters? Anybody love characters? Yes.
He kind of like, he's not one of the preferences, but also Puck.
Puck the penguin? I like him too.
He always has that beginning like that. My favorite beginning as well.
Bob the cat? Okay guys, we're going to talk about Bob the cat. I actually did a poll on DeviantArt and Facebook when I was making these stickers to find out who would sell best, which apparently is me. Wait, little flowers. But I did a poll to find out who was everybody's favorite Animal Crossing character, and Bob the cat got like 50 votes, which is weird because he's not even like an NPC. So everybody loves Bob the cat for some reason. Why do you like Bob the cat?
He's fabulous.
He's
His name is Bob.
and he's purple.
Yeah.
Has anyone noticed that the like Gaston the bunny or the really low voice characters sound like the bosses from Okami? Like, stop talking to me. Another really popular one is there's Bob, and then I think Drake is kind of popular, sort of like Drake, and Daisy the dog because she's generically cute. My favorite is Poncho, just because he's like, bro, are you training? I was sleeping all day. What's up, man? If I could marry an Animal Crossing character in that game, it would be Poncho. Yes.
There's a Coco the bunny that looks like a gyroid that I think is creepy.
Yeah, the bunny with the dead eyes. Why did they make that one? Certain things in Animal Crossing is just kind of creepy. Like when you find the bunnies and when they say certain stuff, and it's just like, sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you people over here in your special side seating this tiny. But certain things in Animal Crossing is kind of weird. And it'd be interesting if we had like crack.com open or something to look up the Animal Crossing conspiracy theories. There are probably some. They probably exist. Does anyone know any that are interesting? What?
Ooh, have you actually ever heard of the fan fiction called The Terrible Secret of Animal Crossing?
No, what is this?
It's actually kind of a well, when you mentioned conspiracy theories, it actually made me think of that. Cause it starts out with a villager going to summer camp, and
Summer camp.
and he finds out that he's somehow on an island, and well, you have to look it up you guys have to look it up yourself. But for a warning, it's actually pretty dark.
Yeah, there's a picture online of a kid waking up and he's like, where am I? What's happening? Raccoon shows up, hey kid, wanna buy a house? Why do I have horns? Yes.
There's a theory on Tumblr that's gyroids are based off of grave markers in Japan. And so when it rains and you can dig them up, we're actually just finding a grave.
Oh.
And all the gyroids are grave markers. So
That's funny.
Yeah, and then if you think about the Coco, if they're grave markers, that's a living grave.
There's certain stuff in Animal Crossing that didn't get translated into English version. I think one of the festivals in the original Animal Forest, which is what it's called, it was like they had a shrine which you could put bells in, and obviously like we don't have Shinto shrines in America very much as we do like churches and stuff. So we didn't get that, but they had that. I don't know what it did, but they had that in the game, and you could donate it to like the tree and stuff. You can ring the bell, yeah. You can ring the bell and put bells and bring the money. You can bring the money and give them money. I have money in my hair. Another thing, something I think is interesting that I noticed, if you've ever been to, this is kind of obscure, if you've ever been to a Korean jewelry shop, they do this thing where if they don't have security cameras, they sit on a really high chair and just watch you so that you don't steal things. So it's like this lady sitting on a chair as a security camera. And I thought that Captain's mom was doing that in her store because she's sitting on a chair that looks like those. And I was like, oh, this is a Korean store on an island. That's kind of weird. Is anybody really upset that they got rid of the little NES games, NES games?
Yeah.
Excite Bike so much.
Just like a little boy.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad because I think they want the Virtual Boys to sell now, so they can't put those in their games, so they want your money more, and we should support Nintendo, but it was kind of fun, yeah.
Excite Bike was the, if I remember correctly, that's actually one of the first NES games I found.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was the only one I had. Let's see, what else is there? What?
Question.
Yes.
We're gonna start working part-time. Like, if you like be able to call the animal stores correctly, he gives you coffee. What do you do with it?
Drink it?
I don't know. You can't do
Is it an
it.
item?
It's an item.
I guess you drink it. Maybe it'll make your character hyper. I don't know. See what happens. What happens?
It's coffee beans, though.
Super coffee beans. I don't know. I wouldn't sell it.
Do you have a coffee maker? It might work.
Make coffee. We don't know. Yes.
Okay, I just have one thing to say about City Code, because I freaked out when I got bit by a tree, so I thought my character died or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's not supposed to happen to you.
I know.
It shouldn't happen.
I have never caught a tarantula ever.
I got bit. I caught the very first one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like it's I know there was tarantulas, and it was behind a tree. So literally, all I saw was a black thing falling out of a tree, and I was so scared. And I'm a little kid, and I put on the bulletin board, "Watch out! There's black things that will get you." And I was just so scary. I hate tarantulas.
Watch out, guys. Oh, that's one thing I can talk about is Rossetti. Rossetti. Random side note, is everybody excited for the Animal Crossing Villager being in the next ball game?
Oh, I've actually seen it.
That represent Animal Crossing
Oh my
needs
God,
to
it's
have a
awesome.
character in Smash Brothers.
All it is.
I really hope that their final Smash is just Rossetti popping up and like resetting the game. And okay, so in the original game, did anybody get far enough? I got far enough. The scariest thing happens when when Rossetti gets really mad at you. He yells at you for a while, and then he starts doing the thing where you have to type out, "I'm sorry, Rossetti," or "Yes, Mr. Rossetti," or "I am a terrible person. Please hit me again," or something. I don't know. After a while, he says, "All right, I'm done with you. I'm sick of you resetting your game. You think this is your GameCube and this is your game and you can do whatever you want with it. Fine. You want to play that game? I'll delete your data." And then and it looks like the TV turns off. And they wait like 30 seconds. And I was a little kid and I was just like, this is my life. But you can't do that to me. This isn't .hack. I haven't exceeded the overload. What? And then it turns back on and he's like, "So did you throw the controller at your TV?" And I'm like, what's wrong with you, Nintendo? This is so mean. Did anybody else have that? Yeah. Oh my gosh. This game likes to troll you. You fall in pitfalls and Rossetti yells at you for resetting your own game and you can just mess yourself up. Yeah.
Speaking of Rossetti, I've actually heard of actually heard from a gaming website that I heard that if you reset the game like 60 times or more, then Rossetti will actually do something like lock up the villagers' doors or something like that. He'd do or something that will make the villagers shun you for a month.
Oh my gosh, that could be a theory. I don't know if that's true or not. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the GameCube witch magic stuff. That's like you could make your own lake if you on a rainy day dig with a golden shovel kind of stuff. And like there's no reliable thing for anything for the GameCube, and it's like it seems like okay theories. Like yeah, that could work. It's reasonable. I don't have a lake I can make. Like no, it's nothing. Just people make this up, and then people like yeah. And like it's stuff like that. There's no like tinker. Me and my brother are really like we got trolled as kids. Like we tried for months to do stuff, and like we finally found like proof that it doesn't work. Like all these theories just don't work. So it's just GameCube witch magic.
Yep. Does everybody know the rock trick?
Oh, the rock trick?
Does anybody not know the rock money trick? Oh.
I know it.
Does anyone not know what I'm talking about when I say the rock money trick? Good. Because if you don't know how you get free 16,000 bells every day, you're not playing the game right. And okay, when you play New Leaf, when you came into New Leaf and you're like, I'm gonna get myself some money from this rock. Ka-chunk! What? What is this gem? Money. I was like, whoa.
It is money to
Apparently
the game packs.
you can use those to make fancy furniture and stuff. Did you have something over there?
Do you guys have a gem? Two different ones where it's like a gem and then the money. It's like the money book except it's spelled gems. Yeah. Oh, I know that. I want to see
You go to his house. If you reset enough, you can go to Rossetti's house. And you can see him and his brother, and they live in like little chairs, and like they have a TV. They have a really crappy house. It's really funny.
I've actually seen gameplay footage of more the Japanese Animal Forest. There's actually an instance where a rock has an X on it, and if you hit it with a shovel, it'll actually create a hole, and if you can fall in, and apparently you fall into some sort of a room with Mr. Rossetti on a couch watching TV.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Maybe that's how you get it. I don't know. But you have to have the reset center to see his house. Also, what?
He said he opens up automatically at like 2 a.m.
Oh, cool. Okay, so he opens
He
up
only
at like 2
opens
a.m.
up once. Once you go in and sit on the toilet.
Yeah. Cool. That's great. Everybody knows about bedhead, right?
Yes.
Character gets bedhead if you sleep, if you don't play for too long, and they walk out and they're like, I actually like that hairstyle the best. The hair system is totally different in this game. It's a lot harder to go online and change your hair and get it to be exactly what you want because it's a little sliding bar instead of a bunch of questions. So you have to get it right in the right place to get the right hair color and the right style and everything. Yes.
Color contact.
Color contacts. I haven't gotten that far yet. Are they cool?
Change your eye
You can
color.
change your eye color. You can change your shoe color. You can change your sock color. You can change your clothing and stuff and your shoes and your furniture and everything. Okay. That reminded me of something. My favorite feature in New Leaf. Oh my goodness. This is really dumb, but it's my favorite thing. If you take off your socks and your shoes, you can run around in your bare feet, and you leave footprints that look like feet, and the sound effects are different. Oh, that's so awesome. I don't know why I like that so much. When you run around in the sand, it's like, and when you run around on like tile or something, it sounds like little feet snapping on the tile and stuff. It's really, really fun. Also, you can swim in this game. That's really, really weird. Does anybody else, like, the weirdest thing ever that when you see your character get in the water for the first time, you're like, whoa, where are you going? What are you doing? You go wrestle a shark. Yeah, my friend was watching me play that, and they're like, what happens if you get hit by a shark? I'm like, I don't know. What happens if you get hit by one of those jellyfish? I'm like, I don't know. So it kind of seems like this game is getting more dangerous. Like, our character could die several times in this game, but you don't. Maybe we're immortal. Maybe this is all just a coma streak and we're crazy and we think we're living with animals. Why is this? You don't get to be an animal in Animal Crossing. Does anyone have any theories on that? I think it's because your character's more relatable and it's easier to put clothing on. Also, everybody would probably be really mad because they would want to pick their own animal and they'd have to release every single animal in the world. And if you're a human, hey, everybody's a human. So that's probably why they did that. And my friends are like, hey, Animal Crossing, aren't you an animal in that game? I'm like, no. You live with them. You live with a bunch of animals. What do you do? Why is it fun? Why is Animal Crossing fun? Why do you guys think Animal Crossing is fun? Yes?
Someone asked, Rocco Bodie actually asked his fans the same question of Mega 64. And someone told him it's like bubble wrap. You just do it.
You just keep doing it.
And then
That's one of the reasons, and that's part of their gimmick, is you have to keep coming back.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Weeds in your town. Your favorite villagers are gonna leave if you don't keep coming back. Which I think is really mean, because in the newer games, they yell at you if you play for too long. After I play for an hour, I talk to my villagers and they're like, hey, deja vu, haven't I already talked to you? Maybe you should take a break. You don't want to get tired. I'm like, shut up, this is my game. I'm gonna play it for 6 hours. Shut up.
You walk outside and you get tired. Like, I don't care what you feel. Keep going.
Yeah, you walk outside and you're like, it's like I've been playing this game for so long. It's like, no, I haven't. Leave me alone. I'm a gamer. Also, you can get really, really tan in this game. Yeah. you're not you, but who really has eyes that look like that and noses that are not. But you get really, really tan if you go to the island. I don't know if you can still get pale from being in your house for too long, but that happened to me in the older days. I don't think you can get sick. You have the bee eye for a while. You get the bee.
Villagers give you medicine.
Yeah, villagers give you medicine now. They've gotten nicer. They're like, before they were just like, whoa, you are really ugly. Oh, that's not how your face normally looks. I thought that was just you. Now they give you medicine. And they wait. Oh my gosh, I love that. When you leave their house, they either go, hi, or they bow to you. I got the little deer, and she bows to you, which is the cutest thing. Okay, why else is Animal Crossing fun? Why do you guys keep playing this game? This tedious game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because you can see your own progress and you can do what you want.
Progress, you can do whatever you want, yes.
Perhaps also because it's fun to decorate your house.
Decorating your house, greed is a big issue. We get to get out all our vices, hit people with stuff in Animal Crossing, chop down trees, buy everything. Does anybody else have the problem where when you change your hair color, your entire wardrobe is shot?
Yeah.
I changed my hair from like normal to like blue, and I was like, nothing matches. Yes.
I really wanted to Animal Crossing fun. Because you're the mayor, you can basically build what you want.
That is the greatest feature of the newest game, which I think a lot of new people will like the new Animal Crossing if they've never played it, because you have stuff to do.
There's so much.
Yes.
I actually feel kind of bad because beetle hunting actually feels like cheating. Beetle hunting on the island, because each beetle is like 8,000 bells, but it's so fun to do it. But then you get home and you sell all of them and you make like 300K, and I'm like, I don't want to do this too often. I'll just get too much money.
A lot of ways to have the games.
Like I paid off my house bill in like a month.
Yep.
Like it took me years to do that.
We've been doing this since we were like 9. We know how it goes. And also, there was a comic on the internet that was the retail shop. If you sell today a shark, you get 400,000 bells. And there's a picture of Cyrus looking at Reese in a pile of sharks. And he's like, you paid 400,000 bells for these sharks? And she's like, is that bad?
Oh, and
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts is they give you optional maps, so you don't have to like, don't like this map, restart the whole thing.
Yes, I was like weirded out when that happened.
I was afraid it was like the Sims and Jobs, and once you said no, you never got that map again, so you like had to think hard.
Yeah, I did that too, and then I realized it was just a loop. What were you gonna say?
oh, speaking of comics, I've actually heard there's actually a manga for Animal Crossing.
I know there's an anime movie for Animal Crossing.
Oh yes,
Never
definitely.
came to America. Apparently, it's really adorable.
There's an incompleted fan dub of it too.
Oh, that's cool. What were you gonna say? Are you Zelda?
So like, I kind of agree with the beetle hunting thing. Like, I was really bad. I'm like, I'm not used to getting this much money in Animal Crossing, but I actually realized it's okay to leave because there's so much more to spend money on.
That's true.
So many house upgrades and so many like public projects and stuff.
Yeah, and you feel like you're contributing to society because it's a public works project. I love how everybody else in your town is a total deadbeat. I will leave the public works open for like a week, and it'll be like, hey, you should donate to this thing. We've made 3 bells. And I'm like, you guys, we need to be on task with this. Does anybody know how to make money? And also, randomly, I'll get to you in 1 second, the villagers actually do stuff in this game. Before they would pull out, like their fishing rod or their bug net, and they would just walk around with it. But now they actually fish and catch bugs and stuff, and they look really sad when they don't catch bugs. Like they shake trees, and they're always like, yes.
I was gonna say, going back to the whole thing, like the unfair thing, how she was talking about how the beetles feel unfair. Like to me, the ordinances kind of feel unfair because I switched my town from night owl view to beautiful town, so I have to stop watering flowers. And then 2 days later, Isabel told me I had a perfect town. I was like,
Really? I switched mine to beautiful town too, just because I hate weeds. And I don't want to go searching for that ghost, so I can be like, hey ghost, you're obviously roaming this plane because you want to pull all the weeds in my town. That's why you haven't gone on to the afterlife yet. Please pull weeds. Yes.
Actually, this time Leaf has its own service of pulling your weeds. Like,
Leaf does?
After you upgrade it, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh yeah,
Wait, Leaf? Who's Leaf?
Leaf? Okay, Leaf is, okay, past a certain point in the game, in New Leaf, spoilers, not really, one of the shops that are run down turns into a flower shop, and they sell flowers, saplings, and like an axe or a watering can every day. It's a little sloth with overalls, and their voice is kind of generic, like it's sort of high, but the boys have high voices too. Their name is L-E-I-F, Leaf, and I cannot tell for the life of me if it's a boy or a girl. Who thinks it's a boy?
I think it's Bob Ross.
Bob Ross?
He's always just like, that is a happy
Okay,
X.
let's count. Who thinks it's a girl?
I have no idea, really.
Everybody was intimidated by the previous hand raising to say that they think it's a girl. I think it's a non-gendered sloth that is in between, that is representing all of us. Yes.
Well, all the wikis and stuff, they refer to him as the boy, but that's just maybe the label to get gender.
Yeah, that's like gyroid. It's like the gyroid on the island has a flower. It could be a girl, but it's really more of an it. So, who knows? I wish you could get married in Animal Crossing and have one of the animals live with you. Because when I saw the trailer and I saw the game case, they had animals in your house and popping out of your house. Did anybody else get really deceived by that and like feel really disappointed when you couldn't have animals in your house? Because I thought like, oh my gosh, Animal Crossing, look, there's animals living in my house. I want them to live in my house. Yes.
And it's literally the worst thing if you send them letters and write this whole thing, if you get a letter back, I have no idea what you said, but it was really nice. So you get the letter back, you're like, don't hate.
It took me like 4 games to realize they actually understand your letters. There's a system in the game. They spent code on this. They could have spent code on something else. There's a system in the game where it actually recognizes if you spell something wrong and if you use real sentences. And there's a code that if you write like 3 lines of letters and you send a fruit, there's a chance of getting a rare fruit. And if you send them clothing, they'll probably send you clothing back. If you send them furniture, there's kind of a cheat in New Leaf that Michael told me about. Ruined my life forever. You can send them seashells and they'll give you all your furniture eventually, and you'll just replace their entire house with seashells. How lame is that? They're just like, my house is seashells forever. And you'll visit their house and you'll be like, hey man, there's a lot of seed. It smells kind of, and they're like, I filled my house with all the gifts you gave me. You must be my best friend. And you're like, I really like the chair you gave me. I believe now. Yes, Amy.
I feel like it's for the better that you can't get married in Animal Crossing because I'd just be divorcing and remarrying every other week.
That's true. And that would teach children to marry animals. It's probably a bad idea. But if I could marry someone, I would totally marry Poncho. We would be a horrible couple because he's totally Also in New Leaf, there's more personalities. I'm not sure exactly how many we have. I should have written it down on my clipboard and been all organized. But there's like the preppy girl, or the preppy character. I don't remember his name, Rooster or something. The incredibly fabulous rooster, the white rooster that is obsessed with clothing. There's like a fabulous personality type. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But there's like lazy, athletic. There's one that's kind of like a rock star. Like they want to be really popular, but they're not preppy. They're kind of like, I'm super cool and everything. What's everybody's favorite personality type? I like lazy. Lazy? I also like the sporty ones because they're like, hey, have you been training today, Mango? Let's go over there and train some more. I'm going to send you a picture of my biceps, Mango. Yes.
It's also smug. A lot of horse villages have, and they're really like gentlemanly and sweet.
Yes. I love the smug characters. They're like, hey, what's up? How's it going? The nicknames are ridiculous in this game. My friend was like Poodlebutt, and she got Mega P. And I got like Super K. And one of my characters calls me Cookie, and I'm like, what kind of a nickname is this? Also, the infectious sayings. Everybody in my town started saying Ralph. And I was like, why are you all growling? You're not puppies. What's wrong with you? But yes.
Oh, actually, at least in the original Animal Crossing, the 2002 one, you can actually, they'll actually ask you to change their catchphrases.
I have all mine saying like, normals bro priest and everything. Did you have a thing?
Actually, there's a pig in my town, Curly. He calls me Lady Bro.
Lady Bird?
Lady Bro.
Oh, Lady Bro.
Is
Yes.
that-
I have
Yeah.
Rowan, and he calls me Lady Bro every time I talk to him. I think the sporting characters call you Lady Bro if you're a girl.
So weird.
Yes.
Okay. So there's one, I can't remember. I think it was a duck. He always says dirt.
Dirt. Is it the one that's named after dirt?
I don't know.
Dirt.
He always says dirt.
Oh, it's nice.
I actually feel kind of bad because my favorite villager in my town is Bam, and he's like this blue reindeer, and he's sporty, and he's really adorable. But because of his name, I keep sending him letters with Space Jam lyrics in them, and he just thinks I'm his best friend, and I changed his catchphrase to "Wham me, thank you, ma'am."
Oh my god,
And
that's beautiful.
He's just like, he's so happy with me, but I'm just like, I'm creating a Space Jam
I'm
right
just
now.
patronizing you. I'm not being your friend. Yes.
Oh, but the nicknames, if you decline, they let you pick your own nickname.
Yeah.
And it's been not multiple, like twice, where they're like, oh, I've been have everyone call me Juice. And then some people are like, oh, I heard someone call you Juice. Can I call you Juice instead of Juice? And I'm like, oh yeah, you're on different lines. Okay.
Yeah, I love that. It makes it so personal. Like, your people, it's like your little imaginary friends. Like, how much of us, I don't want to patronize anybody, but myself, when I was sitting at home alone without any friends to hang out at the time, I was like, these my little Animal Crossing people, they're my friends, they have nicknames for me, they remember who I am. So I don't know, I think it's kind of nice for kids to have, like, little virtual friends. But yeah, so like we had, you just keep coming back for Animal Crossing, that's why it's fun. You feel accomplished, you feel productive. I feel productive the same way I feel like the Parmesan food. Like, you just do chores. Why is it fun? I don't know, I kind of feel productive. It gets out my productivity in a fun way. You feel personalized. You feel like it's a world just for you. You get to customize things. You get to customize your house and your wardrobe. You get to do pixel art and stuff. You have fake people to talk to. So, you know, these are the reasons. When someone says Animal Crossing is a stupid game, why do you play it? It's so lame. You can tell them because an entire panel of people agree it is fun. Is Animal Crossing fun? Yes. Why? Because it is. Because I have OCD. Because we like it, and that's why. That's really the main reason. If you like it, it doesn't matter why it's fun to anybody else because you are having fun. So forget it. Who cares if they don't like it? We like it, and we're awesome. Yes.
We are awesome, and they always argue with us because the game's about debt.
About debt?
Yeah, that's what they argue. It's like you show up, debt. You upgrade your house, more debt.
It's not about debt. I mean, it's about making money and tediously doing a bunch of tasks to get more money and paying off your debt so you can get a better house. It's really more about like getting cooler stuff. It's all about getting out your dreams. I want cool stuff. Cool stuff. I want more. I want more cool stuff. I don't want these weeds. And then you get addicted and you play it every single day for the rest of your life. Yes.
And I really like how after you get your just normal house to be the mayor, you don't have to expand, so you're not dead.
Yes.
You expand when you want to.
Yes, that is kind of nice. It is, I do miss the Tom Nook. Like, I hated that part of the game where you have to work for Tom Nook, but I kind of love it at the same time because it's like, oh, this is kind of nostalgic, you know? And I saw somebody cosplaying one time with the Tom Nook work shirt on. I was like, you're awesome. Yes. But I'm kind of sad that they didn't do that anymore, but they still make you feel like a loser because you have to live in a tent for a while. It's like, well, you just got in town and you don't have any money and you can live in a tent. It's fine. Did you notice in the last games you had some money? You had like 1,000 gems.
1,000 bells.
Bells or something like that. And in this game you are dead broke. Who is this kid that leaves, like, they leave their mom and their dad? It's been established you have a mom and a dad. They write you and they send you stuff. And they just get on a train with these strange animals and leave their town to a place they don't even know where they're going. You can say the option of, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know why I left, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get there. You have no money, and you just show up and then you're the mayor. You are the luckiest person ever. Forget all the bees that sting you and all the tarantulas left her house and went to this magical land. It's a pretty nice deal, I think. Also, you can sell fruit that grows naturally and become a billionaire. And rocks give you money. It's pretty nice. Has anyone really intricately done, well, it's not that intricate because you can only have like 4. The little gyroids. Did anybody else obsess over that? Like, pick the perfect ones and like turn them on and off to have the perfect beat with their KK Slider song? You can do that. It goes with the beat. They change with each song that you play in your house. So if it's a fast song like KK Salsa or something, then it goes really fast. It's like Ika and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. I like the shriek boys. They're really creepy. We just have a creepy screaming guy at the start of my door. Yes.
Also, I have a question about the original mayor. What town votes in a man they've never seen before, and then that man does not show up?
I think it's Tortimer's cousin or something. And he knows that his cousin was too lazy to show up, and he knows that you're awesome, or he's too senile to understand. Yes.
So I actually have a theory about this, which kind of arose as soon as I played the game and realized everything that he said. When you're talking to Rover, he keeps talking about a secret. And then when you get the note from the mystery person, he's just like, oh, this will be our little secret. So I think the mayor was supposed to be Rover, and he's just like, I want to stay on this train for the rest of my life, guys. I'm not going to this friggin' town.
That's a good theory. I like that theory. I like Rover too. Does anybody feel like he talks forever in this game? Like on that train ride, you're just like, I love you, Rover. Oh, okay, shut up. Shut up. I'm going to a town. And shut up. I just want to see if I got my character right. Okay, I'm going to restart my game. That is the weirdest thing, that you get a random character face and you don't know what you're doing. Yeah.
Like, I was going to say, like, I was thinking today crossing the same
Yeah, I just got it.
Every single time. And you have to work for Nook every single time. And you have to do the same thing. Start a new character just so you can leave your stuff on the ground to pick up with your other character so you can have more storage space for all your stuff. At least that's what I did. I had one character for like all my wallpaper and another one for like all my extra clothing and stuff. Alright, so we've established that Animal Crossing is fun. We've established that it changes. It has changed since we were kids. Also, the other thing is Tortimer retired. Tortimer's on the island now, so, you know, Nook's older, his kids are older, Captain got married, Tortimer retired, Kick's got his own store, Blathers is still Blathers.
Hold up. They like,
Hold everything. What?
Blathers, they like pumped him up with Ritalin, and I think that he doesn't do the flirts anymore.
Blathers does not talk as much anymore, which I'm sad about.
I did they did put him on the flag so you could read him multiple times rather than the one time you donated.
Yes.
But I still like, oh, this reminds me of one time when I was a kid. Like, yes, go on. I want to know about it.
No. Did you have a traumatizing past? Did you get worms shoved down your throat? Is this why you don't like bugs? Yes.
I really love donating fossils one at a time because he'll just be like, raptor skull. This reminds me of my baby feather days.
This raptor skull was in my nest for generations. Yes. You guys all good. Sable and Tom Nook. Were they friends as kids or something?
They were lovers.
Yeah. A little bit of something going on between Tom Nook and Sable. I don't know. She actually talks to you like you could be a
about it
player.
the more you talk to her. Like I remember in Wild World, those days when she got depressed, if you talked to her, she would tell you about it in depth. And she would like gripe on about not making mistakes in life and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, Sable, stop.
I feel sorry for Sable. She works so hard. And she's like depressed sometimes.
Isabel doesn't sleep. Yeah, an hour a night.
I don't sleep. There's a part where like,
Yeah, you don't. She's like, I got an hour of sleep and I'm ready
I
to go.
swear I sleep. I'm dreaming about work, so it's like I never sleep. and I'm there for you. Every time you need me as the mayor, if you need to enact a public ordinance for 20, if you just got 20,000 bells at 2 a.m., I will be there for you. Because I'm Isabel, and I'm too poor, I don't have a house. favorite thing that she says is the summer solstice. If you guys probably already had that happen. She's like, what is the summer solstice other than the day when I melt into a puddle of yellow puppy fluff? I'm like, oh, you're so cute. And then she gave me the hipster shades, and I was like, I don't want these.
I look at her yearly and just different colors.
Does somebody over here have?
Yeah. What is this thing about, like, you turn your TV on at 3:33 a.m. and alien will show up on it?
What?
Apparently that's a thing.
What? Does anyone else know about that?
Wait, what's happening? What's going on?
Turn your TV on at 3:30 a.m. and an alien
Okay,
shows up on it.
I know the
What now?
If you turn your TV on at 3:30 a.m. an alien
Here's the
shows up.
backstory to it, at least in that
What
one.
shows up?
In the original
Oh.
Japanese game, 3:33 is like when spirits happen or something like
Paranormal activity,
yeah.
that's when stuff
So
happens.
like when you turn on your TV and in the Japanese Harvest Moon game, it goes to like it just says 3:33 over and over, and if you do the American game, it just keeps opening and closing things, so you have to restart your game. So it's a very common thing in Japanese games at 3:33 and it's a time game that something goes wrong with the TV. So I haven't seen that, and that's neat, but I know it from Harvest Moon, so it's definitely a Japanese thing.
So like, if you turn your TV on, like in your house in Animal Crossing at 3:33 in the morning, like something weird happens?
Alien will show up and then it talks.
Yeah, okay, we all have to try that out now. I'm gonna do that when I get on my game now, because that's interesting. I've never heard of that before. Yes.
Actually, now what I'd like to bring up is the commercials for Animal Crossing from 2002.
Yes. Let's talk about the commercials. What did you want to say about them?
I wanted to note about the costumes they used in the commercials.
Oh, you mean like the live action?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, those. And also, yeah, I also note that recently I actually found the website that makes those costumes.
Oh wow.
And also, Animal Crossing isn't the first. That wasn't the first time they actually made costumes for Nintendo. They've actually done that for Super Smash, the commercial for the original Super Smash Brothers.
That's cool. What were you gonna say? Oh, do we have a confirmation? Oh my gosh, that's creepy.
Oh, what's going on there?
Okay, I'm looking at a phone. I'll describe this to you. It's somebody at 3:33 in the morning in their house in Animal Crossing. They go to their TV, it's staticky, and then a light beam shows up, and it's a stereotypical, like, big-headed, red-eyed alien that just pops up on the screen. Does anything else happen? And then it goes back to static. First it was just static, then something appeared, and then the alien face came on and began talking. He only appears for a minute tops. Weird. Looks like I'm staying up late tonight. That is really weird. All right, we learned something new about Animal Crossing. But anyway, back about the commercials. For some reason, the commercial with the game footage for the original GameCube game, not the live action stuff, but the game footage commercial, I got so excited. It was like the greatest thing on the planet for some reason for me. And I don't know why, but like seeing them like shake the tree and then pick up the fruit and then be like, and like eat the fruit and stuff. I was like, I want to do that. And look, they're changing their clothes, and look, they're making new clothes, and look, people are talking, this is the greatest game in the world. And now it's like they've gone from like, hey kids, you want to have some friends with some animals and stuff? Play this game. Yeah, Animal Crossing. And now they're like, I want to take a nice relaxing time from my busy life as a single mother, as a businesswoman. I like to sit down in the park and play Animal Crossing. I love it. It's just like, it's always a new day. Animal Crossing, new leaf. Or you can plant trees. Come to our tropical, it's like a commercial. It's like a brochure for a travel agency. It's like, come to our tropical islands where breezes blow and blah, blah, blah. It's like, guys, do you know this is a video game, right? We're not actually going there, right? Can you talk about like the video game stuff? And it's just like, and please sit down and eat some fruit and watch the breeze go by or whatever. It's like that's all the really boring stuff. Can you talk about the cool stuff? So I think their commercials should have been like, Animal Crossing, new leaf, it's a new day. Tonight on Animal Crossing, a mayor emerges from the mist of the train, and then like the train opens really slowly and there's the silhouette of you walking out. It's like, ba ba ba, you are, dun dun dun, the mayor of your town. Oh my god. Build stuff, dun, 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 dun. And then they can have a bass drop and be like, whoa, Inception noises, and yeah, that's what it should have been. Okay.
Does anyone else?
That's my interpretation of what I think the commercials should be for the next Animal Crossing. They should just do it like a movie trailer. Okay, so the commercials have changed also. As we've grown up, it's really a game for our generation. It's grown up with us. The other thing that I wanted to mention about that was the axolotl character, Dr. Shrunk. Dr. Shrunk, what you doing? He is so silly. I think it's funny that he had a horrible, terrible comedy club, and now he like gave up, and he's running KK Slider's bar. I think that's really sad. Like, he was so bad that he gave up his dream. And he does it if you give him fruit. Like, he's so poor that you give him fruit and he'll teach you stuff.
I've actually heard that he was a psychiatrist or something like that.
Dr. Shrunk?
A psychiatrist.
Dr. Shrink? I don't know.
I thought I remember something like hearing that.
Teach you the emotions and stuff.
Yes.
Yes, maybe.
I gave him a bamboo shoot earlier.
Wait. There are bamboo shoots?
Yeah.
How?
I talked to my villager and she gave me one, and now there's like 6 things of bamboo in my town.
I didn't know this! Hold on, man. You need a warning. If you leave your town with bamboo growing, it's an invasive plant in Japan and in America, so they reference it, and if you leave it alone, it will infest your entire town.
Oh, God.
Awesome. I'll just have like
You have to put stuff around it so it doesn't sprout if you don't want to sprout, or else your entire town, where it's able to, bamboo will grow.
Oh, I've been, there'll be like little diggy spots next to the bamboo where you can get more shoots.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if you leave those there, I think they grow in those spots, but if you dig them up, you can plant them where you want them.
That just reminds me of Boston Blue.
I also gave him a fortune cookie and he ate the fortune. He didn't take the fortune cookie, he didn't like break it apart, take the fortune out, he just ate the fortune.
I feel so, you guys can all feel smarter right now because I'm going to tell you a dumb story. I felt so stupid. I was buying the fortune cookies because like, okay, I was buying the fortune cookies with my little play coins, and they said, if there's a I thought he said if there's like a ticket inside, then you get a prize. Okay, so I was thinking like golden ticket Charlie and the Chocolate Factory style ticket, right? Okay, because that's what we've been trained to do, right? So oh, it's a fortune. It's trash. Oh, it's a fortune. I'll send it in the mail. Oh, it's another fortune. Oh, it's a fortune. Hey, do you want to turn that in? I don't have it. Let me go to my I've been missing all my railroads. I've been giving them. I've been sending fortunes to my villagers in mail, and they're like, "What am I supposed to do with this? What is this paper?" And I like am overlapping stuff now, so I send stuff. Yes.
So what I noticed is that these fortunes apparently affect your luck. And if you get a bad fortune, then you keep tripping over everywhere.
Is that why you trip sometimes?
I experienced this for the past week, and it's been happening on and on.
Yeah, I like the sad fortunes, like the ones that depress you about your life. Also, I don't know if you heard me mention this when I was sitting back there, but the saddest thing in the world is when you get a bad fortune from Katrina and you're holding a balloon and you trip and your character just loses the balloon and goes, and you're just like, oh my god, I got that on New Year's. No. Yes.
Also with tripping, if you keep going to the island multiple ways, you'll lose your land legs and you won't be able to walk correctly. So you'll keep tripping because of that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. Does anybody know what time it is?
Hammer time.
3:30.
Oh, it's 3:30. We've gone for an hour. Ha! I successfully took over this panel.
Yay! Good job.
Yay!
Isabel should be mayor.
What?
Isabel should be mayor.
Isabel should be. I should know.
I think Isabel really is mayor because she's just like, oh, you did one thing. Why don't you just take the day off?
Yeah.
I want to do my job, Isabel. I'm the mayor. Yeah.
You're tricking the mayor to paying for everything. You're actually the leader.
Yes.
You give him the stuff that he can do.
Isabel gets to like run the little parties and like announce to everybody, hey guys, it's a festival today. Y'all should be having fun and stuff. So, all right. In conclusion of this panel that I just totally made up on the spot, Animal Crossing is fun. It's nostalgic from our childhood. Never listen to anybody that says it's lame because we all love it. Remember this crowd? We're all cool and we know we're cool. So keep playing Animal Crossing. Keep having fun. Don't play it too much or else you'll end up like my friend that
stopped playing it for 2 years because she didn't want to mess up her town. She had golden roses. Don't become obsessed. But have lots of fun. I hope you guys enjoy playing New Leaf. If you have it, if you don't get it, that sucks. And if you haven't gotten New Leaf yet, I would suggest, because it's honestly, in my opinion, it's the best Animal Crossing game yet since the original. And also, random little plug, if you want my business card, I have one here. If anybody would like to buy a sticker for $1 or 50 cents, please come up here. I also have an artist alley booth that's really colorful down by the main events. I also set you free. You are free of debt. You paid off all your houses. Go and have a magical time. Woo! Woo! Animal Crossing!